What's going on, everybody? It's BJ Shin at BJ Buys Real Estate. Welcome to my free wholesaling guide. In this guide, you will learn exactly what wholesale real estate is and how it took me from nothing to where I am now. I closed my first wholesale real estate deal at 17 years old. At 17 years old, I made $30,000 on a wholesale real estate deal, just using 2 pieces of paper. That's crazy as it sounds. Since then, I've done over $300,000 wholesaling real estate. I've retired my mom. I have all the cars I want. I'm taking trips whenever I want to take them, right? Wholesale real estate has completely changed my life and blessed me in so many different ways. And I know it can do the same for you. And if you're watching this video, that means that you've taken the step towards that place. And you can definitely get there if you put in the work and you're consistent and you're not scared to jump into the pool with the sharks. So yeah, I have over $1 million invested into real estate now, done over $300,000 in wholesale real estate, and I'm in my brand new office and prepared and blessed to teach you how to do the exact same thing. Let's get into it. Let's get into the free training. So you see this guy right here? This is somebody that's holding up a $20,000 check. That's exactly how I want you to be after you start a wholesale real estate, understand, and close your very first deal. I want each and every one of you watching, send in a picture to me of you holding up a $20,000 check. But what is wholesale real estate? Wholesale real estate is essentially being the middleman in a real estate transaction. Okay? You take the house and you connect it to an investor. The investor wants to make money by renovating and selling the house, or by renovating it and renting the house, or just by buying the property and having a tenant in the house. Okay? The seller of the house wants to get rid of their house because they haven't been paying. Their house is run down. It's tax delinquent. Many reasons on why the seller may be wanting to sell their house, but you are just the middleman in the transaction, putting up no money, connecting A to B. The very first step to achieving this goal, though, is pulling a list and calling. The first step of wholesale real estate is finding motivated sellers, finding people who want to sell their house to you for a reasonable price so that you can make money on it. So you must now pull a list. How do you pull a list? You go to websites like PropWire. You get on PropWire and you type in certain criteria: pre-foreclosures, tax delinquents. Do it in your area for all I care. Pre-foreclosures, tax delinquents. And you will literally get a list of all of these people who have delayed payments, tax delinquent, in fear of getting their house foreclosed on. All of these options are available using propwire.com, a free service. And once that list is called, I want you to pick up your phone and begin to call and ask these people if they want to sell their house. Once you get your first yes, you must now qualify the lead. What is qualifying the lead? Qualifying the lead is finding out why they want to sell their house. How soon do they want to sell their house? What's the condition of the house? And essentially, if they're actually serious about selling their house for a good price. In this stage is where you're going to make the most money, where you're going to run into the most roadblocks. If you can get past this stage, you'll make money. You must now qualify your lead in every single case. If they don't have good motivation, if they're not giving you any reasoning, if they're not giving you a price, if they're not letting you know what the condition of the house is, this is not a real lead and they are not qualified. The next step to getting to $20,000 a month, getting the house in contract. After the lead is qualified, you get it for a good price. You have pictures. You understand how fast they want to close. You will now get it in contract using a purchase and sale agreement. This purchase and sale agreement will be assignable to the end buyer, and you will use this purchase and sale agreement to then market the deal to end investors. The next step to getting $20,000 a month is finding a cash buyer. Finding a cash buyer for your project is just as important as finding the motivated seller. Now your role is to connect A to B, okay? And B in this scenario is somebody who wants to make money on their money using real estate. A cash buyer is someone like myself. A cash buyer is someone that's around the corner renovating a house and getting ready to sell it. You need to find people who want to make money in real estate. You can find cash buyers in so many different ways. You can skip trace them as well. You can go on Facebook. Tons of different options, but your next step is finding a cash buyer. Once you find that cash buyer, you get him to sign an assignment agreement, okay? Now that you have both contracts in hand, a purchase and sale agreement, an assignment of contract, you take both of those contracts to the title company, okay? What is a title company? A title company is the office that's going to facilitate your entire transaction. You give them both contracts. You say, yes, I'm wholesaling this deal. You give them the seller's contact info, the buyer's contact info. You give them both contracts and you give them your wire instructions, or you go in place and you pick up the check, right? But the title company is going to help you close this deal and transfer ownership from the beginning seller to the end buyer. Title companies are everything, but don't start counting your pockets yet. Things can happen with title companies, but for the most part, if you pick a good one, you'll be able to close your deal. The last and final step to receiving $20,000 a month and holding up a big $20,000 check, just like this guy, is to close the deal. From this part, it's closed. Once you have the situation with the title company, it's completely out of your hands now. Now you just sit back, wait. If they reach out with communication, communicate back and solve issues that need to be solved. But at this point, it's time to close the deal and get paid and funded and make your first $20,000 check. If you follow all of the steps in this guide, you will receive $20,000 a month. If you follow them to a T, you stay motivated and you continue to put in work. A lot of you guys aren't going to do it. Just hear it, watch the video, go back to scrolling on TikTok. That's not how you achieve what you want to achieve. If you follow all of these steps, you will close your first deal and you'll be just like this guy holding up a $20,000 check, paid out, and now you found a new strategy to now retire your mom, to now buy the cars you want, to now take the trips you want, right? You're done being broke. It's exactly what to do, and reach out to me if you need more help. Let's get money.